Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Facts 2.0, the kind you've seen recycled in every dating advice video ever. No. Video, we're diving into 6 uncommon signs that give her attraction away, making it obvious there's a strange shift that happens when a woman's attraction deepens. This isn't just random, it's the result of her subconscious recalibrating her sense of emotional safety with you. Maybe she used to keep things short. She's with you conversations stretch into the kind of silence that feels like presence, not awkwardness, or maybe she used to keep a polite distance. Then one day she leans in just a little closer, not dramatically, just enough for you to feel it in your skin before you notice it with your eyes. This isn't about her being nice. Has reached a deeper level. The confident response, don't call it out, match her subtlety. True confidence is not reactive, it's receptive too. She gets protective of your attention. Asterisk. Attraction, when it turns physical, often shows up as something primal, territorial even. But again, the signs are never theatrical. No dramatic jealousy, no eye rolling, that's amateur hour. A woman who's sexually drawn to you guards your attention. Like a scarce resource, she notices who else you're talking to, not with suspicion, but with heightened awareness. Her tone shifts when another woman's name comes up. She may playfully tease or redirect the conversation, not to interrogate but to re-establish her position in your orbit. This isn't insecurity, it's instinct, a quiet competitiveness that says, I've noticed who else is noticing you, and I want to remind you who already is. Her nervous system is tuning in to threat detection in the social space around you. She's scanning your environment not to control you, but to remain relevant. So how do you respond? Don't stoke it, don't weaponize it, just acknowledge her in the moment with your full focus, eye contact, stillness. Of men mess up, not because they don't care, but because their brain betrays them. Supplements, because the confidence stack was built specifically for moments like this. It's not just one supplement trying to do everything. It's for working together to support your brain, your stress response, your gut health, and your emotional regulation, all the systems that affect how calm, sharp, and confident you feel when the pressure is on. You're not piecing together a mystery stack. This one was formulated to cover every angle of confidence without the guesswork, the clutter, or the crash. Confidence isn't about faking bravado. It's about giving your mind and body the internal chemistry to believe the moment belongs to you. Calm links in the comments. 3. She mirrors your rhythm, not just your body. Asterisk, forget the obvious stuff like copying your posture or speech. Everyone knows about mirroring, but when attraction deepens into physical tension, something more subtle happens. She starts syncing with your tempo. If you speak slowly, she starts to respond in drawn-out phrases. If you pause thoughtfully, she doesn't rush to fill the silence. Her nervous system is subconsciously matching yours, like your body has become her metronome. This is not about imitation, this is resonance. She is attuning to your emotional frequency, matching your internal state because it feels safe and familiar. Why does this matter? Because rhythm is deeply primal. It's the first language we ever learned. Heartbeat to heartbeat, before we had words, we had sync. Between your words, let your calmness anchor the interaction, because the more grounded you are, the more she lean in to find that rhythm with you. What most men miss when a woman is sexually attracted, she often shares something vulnerable, not right away, but hours or even days later. Not big life stories, but small reveals that feel slightly out of character, a dream she had, a fear she didn't plan to admit, a fantasy that slips through the cracks of a casual story. It's not accidental. Her nervous system is testing the current. Can he hold this part of me? Will he judge me, or can I be more of myself with him than I can anywhere else? She's not just talking, she's testing. She's revealing her emotional underbelly in tiny glimpses to see if you respond with safety or with retreat. Attraction becomes intimacy when it meets containment. She doesn't need therapy, she needs gravity, a presence that can handle what she didn't mean to say. So what should you do? Don't overreact. Safety is magnetic, because the more you hold space, the more of her she feels comfortable revealing. 5. She touches objects the way she wants to touch you. Asterisk. Under the surface, it shows up in how she interacts with inanimate things in your presence. To it, not performative, not planned, just present. She's not doing it for effect. She doesn't even know she's doing it, but her body is already in conversation with you. This is called displaced sensuality. Her body wants to express desire, but instead of touching you, it redirects that energy elsewhere. So, how do you answer that conversation? You don't mimic it, you ground it. Sit with relaxed posture, keep your gestures minimal, be the still frame in her movement. Your calm presence gives her body the freedom to keep exploring without ever feeling exposed, because safety is the silent invitation for her sensuality to unfold. 6. Her humor shifts into something more primal. Asterisk, attraction changes her jokes. It doesn't make them dirtier. That's too obvious. It makes them riskier. She might tease you more, test your edge, not cruel, not cutting. But there's bite. She's seeing if you'll flinch. It's not just playful, it's erotic tension. Wearing a joke as camouflage humor is her way of initiating polarity. If you can't handle her wit, she doubts you can handle her body, and here's the real secret: if you meet it with fake bravado, the spell breaks, but if you let the joke land, smile slowly, and say something like, "You're a little dangerous, aren't you?" Now you've met her in the middle. You've let her energy spark against yours, and you've held your ground. That balance, playful, confident, contained, is what turns curiosity into chemistry. Humor is a gateway to intimacy, especially when it's laced with tension and edge. It's how attraction tests for depth without risking direct rejection. So the next time you notice any of these signs, understand that they're not random. They're subconscious signals her body is speaking in a language older than words. And if you learn how to listen, respond, and hold your ground, that's when attraction turns into connection, and connection into something unforgettable. Great. Let's build the next part of the video script. Continuing in the same deep, psychological, and subtly intense tone, this section will go beyond just the initial signs of attraction, diving into how to read her energy in group settings, how attraction transforms in digital communication, and how physical distance becomes a communication tool. It will also include 3 new psychological attraction signs. Along with the same type of actionable response advice you liked in 7, she calibrates her presence based on your emotional state. Here's what most men overlook when a woman is drawn to you: her sensitivity to your emotional shifts increases. She may not consciously realize it, but her mood subtly adjusts to mirror or complement yours. If you're excited, she amps up her energy. If you're quiet, she softens. If you're agitated, her tone becomes grounding. This isn't manipulation. This is limbic resonance, the nervous system's way of seeking harmony with someone it desires. It's one of the most accurate nonverbal signs of attraction, and it only happens when her emotional investment has surpassed surface interest. So what should you do? Notice the pattern? Take inventory of her energy over time. Does it spike when you're confident, dip when you're off balance? When you're focused? If so, you're not imagining it, she's sinking. And your best response? Be intentional with your energy. Set the emotional tone of the space instead of reacting to it. Because when she feels you lead with stable, grounded energy, her attraction grows, not just because you make her feel good, but because you make her feel safe without needing to ask for it. 8. She manages physical distance like a conversation. In any shared space, distance is never random. A woman who's sexually attracted to you uses proximity like punctuation. She drifts closer in crowded rooms when there's no need to. She positions herself within your periphery even when there are other open spots. She might touch your shoulder in a passing moment or brush by you without apology. These aren't accidents, they're physical microstatements. Translated through proximity, she's saying, "I want to feel you even if it's just your presence." The mistake most men make: they either ignore it or exaggerate it. Instead, hold neutral awareness. Let her orbit you without chasing or avoiding her. The best reaction is acknowledgement, not escalation. Let your body language say, "I noticed you chose this closeness and I'm good with it." That relaxed confidence is what allows the space between you to fill with electricity instead of awkwardness. 9. Her digital behavior shifts from strategic to instinctive. Asterisk: in the early stages of messaging or texting, most people filter their words, craft responses, and calculate timing, but when attraction turns into desire, that strategy starts slipping. She replies faster, more freely. Less punctuation, more voice notes. Her messages feel less curated and more real. Maybe she sends a meme she wasn't sure you'd get, or a late night just thought of you message that doesn't have a perfect excuse behind it. This isn't clumsiness, it's chemistry overriding caution. Here's what you do: don't over-celebrate it, don't screenshot it, don't send a string of emojis in return. Just respond with warmth and stability. Let your tone remain consistent. Because what she's doing in that moment is inviting you into her real world, the unfiltered, unprotected part of herself. And the key to keeping that connection strong is to meet her authenticity with emotional presence, not performance. The psychology behind it all. Asterisk. By now you've probably realized something deeper. These signs aren't random behaviors, they're instinctive. Shifts in behavior driven by dopamine, oxytocin, and the body's natural attachment mechanisms. When a woman begins to feel safe with you, her defenses lower, not as a choice, but as a biological response. Her subconscious wants to bond before her logic gives permission. That's the paradox of real attraction. It's not created, it's allowed. Your role isn't to force attraction. It's to create a space where she feels safe enough for her body to let go of control. A space where playfulness and presence replace performance. A space where she doesn't have to wonder if she's being too much because she feels you can handle her fully, emotionally, physically, energetically. And here's the truth: most dating coaches won't tell you. Attraction alone isn't enough. It's what you do with it that determines whether it burns out or burns deeper. Coming up next, asterisk, in the next part of this series, we'll talk about how to raise attraction without saying a single word, using body language, tension, and eye contact in high-stakes environments like parties, group hangouts, or shared workspaces where energy is everything and attention is currency. Plus, we'll uncover how to tell when she's faking interest versus when she's fighting the urge to act on it. So if you're ready to not just attract, but to understand what creates unforgettable chemistry that lingers even after the room empties, make sure you don't miss